music going in the background, and we have again special guest Jack of the Cove. Hi, Jack.
Hello, my dear.
So, before we get into the stream, a special shout out and thank you to my Patreon backers and my Twitch subscribers. All of you are listed on the screen right here, and I have nothing but love for you. Thank you very much. Every dime comes back into the channel. We throw it in software, we throw it in hardware, we throw it in candy beans. And if you don't know what that means, then you haven't been watching enough recently. We are a little bit early, but we're just going to jump into this because we both feel like hanging out with you. Today we are drawing Lukatoi City in all of its glory. Lots of ink work to do. I'm just going to be sitting here drawing little bushes and hills and shizzing it like that while Jack and I chin wag. Jack, what are we talking about today?
It's funny, I was going to say, well, I sit here and just look pretty with my big
Cave, it's good seeing you. Yeah, Jack and I finished work and we were like,
hey, Cave.
Let's just get into this. So that's what we're doing. We're chilling. We're chilling. I'm drawing. He's chatting.
Yep. Xenomorph fan? Hell yeah, we're Xenomorph fans. What are you talking about?
And Cave, is this music too loud? Is it okay? I'm streaming it in a different way than I would normally do it.
Oh, you know, I actually didn't even check that. Yeah, it's a bit louder than you. I would almost say drop it by like 50 to 75, Cave.
Okay. I can do that. Oh, there it is. Harris, hello. Radiant vibes coming in, Harris. Right, that's a little softer, right? I'm actually playing it on the Windows Media Player thing. Never done that before.
Doesn't sound like it lowered in volume.
Can I do? Nope, not gonna let me do that. This is a real pain in the butt. That's down. I mean, that's super soft.
It's that drastically dropped it. Yeah, that whatever you did there. Yeah, that like.
No, it definitely said it's too low. Right, that's a 7. Hold on. That's an 8.
Between the two.
That's 1 notch up.
Wow, really? Those are just 2 dots between?
Is this too loud?
No, it's. I wouldn't say it's. You talk?
Me talk? You talk? Cave Geek talk? Who's talking?
Well, you talk because my volume is way louder than yours anyways.
Your volume is way louder than me.
Yeah, on the I've got the stream going on. My voice is definitely way louder than yours.
I'm a bit low, huh? I'm a bit low. Which one am I? Okay. Am I audio? Well, I've got both of them maxed out.
Yeah, and it says here, Jack's volume is good, but Alyssa's a bit low.
I don't know what to do with that. Like, I've got both of us maxed out here.
Maybe put me to 75?
Mic?
You could turn up the mic, or you could drop me by 25%. Oh, hello, Miss J.
I could try dropping you just a wiggle bit. I'll drop you on the ground, motherfucker. How you like that? Alright. I just dropped you a wiggle bit.
Hello, Alex.
And I upped me. So I don't know. We'll try that. Hey, Alex.
Cool.
Let us know. I'm constant. I cannot stop noodling with shit in the stream.
Can't stop, won't stop. Okay, let's see. So. Maplings. Are those Alyssa's? Is that your collective group of Alyssa followers? Are you Maplings?
Hello, my little Maplings.
That actually has a nice little ring to it. Trebor Merrill.
Is Trebor here? Hey, Trebor! Now, am I too quiet? What's going on for the volume for you, Trebor? We've been noodling.
Testing.
So normally I stream my music through YouTube. YouTube is actually offline right now. It's not playing at all. So I can't stream through YouTube. So I downloaded all of Harris Heller's music, which he allows you to do. The guy is just a god. And I'm playing it through Windows Media Player. Like, what is that? It's so 2006. But now that, of course, that means I've got a different sort of audio input going on.
Trebor is actually saying that your audio is better than ever.
Oh, that's fantastic. Cool. All right, that's fantastic. So, Jack, what are we talking about tonight? It is Wednesday. It is hump day. And I know you had a rough day. What are we going to talk about?
We are going to talk about nerdy things of the world. Let's see. I have, let's see. I have that. We're almost done with that tiny little thingy that we've got. Let's see here. Okay, so there's a specific question on this list, which is a bit silly. But what is your Game of Thrones family banner? Which is kind of like whatever to me. And we've also done what is your favorite Game of Thrones character, because we were talking about like Arya Stark before, weeks ago. So I'm trying to think of what would be a Game of Thrones related question that might be a good one to suit here.
Well, what's wrong with the family banner thing? And talking of which, Alex, I like that you're trying to come up with a word that describes all of us hanging out together, because you're 100% right. Just saying chat is kind of like, it's weak sauce, right? And I watch YouTubers, refer to their Gorilla Nation or whatever else, and they're tying them all together under one umbrella, under a banner. Which, Jack, that seems why it kind of ties in. And so I kind of like your maplings. That's not a problem. It's like, what do you think, maplings? It's like we need a name that is not chat. Chat is sterile.
Yeah. Having it just be chat is, I think having it thing like my maplings, and and sticking to that, and maybe you put it to a vote. I mean, maybe you put it on like you do a Patreon poll, so everybody that is or a Patreon and Discord poll, do both and then tally them up, and maybe have like a couple of options, including a write-in, and see what people say.
Yeah, I'm down with that idea. So my banner, I want to immediately lean, of course, towards the Roman eagle. Oh, but honestly, I actually respond way more to like either a raven or a wolf on a banner. That it just, for me, they sing to me.
Okay, and that's one of those things. Like, I think with the banner, not only is it like the symbol, but it's also like the I don't know, with the motto of the house, like winter is coming, or the North remembers, or those types of things.
Trebor, I'm sorry, my friend, that you have to leave the chat early. Obviously, real life always takes precedence. No, it doesn't, but I have to say those things. I'm not gonna drag a depressing thing out of you, my friend. I wouldn't do it. If it's kind of like a poo reason, it's a poo reason, and I'm sorry you gotta deal with it. All right, what about you, Jack?
I mean, let's see. I'm so who I was years ago, who I was 10 to 11 years ago. I probably would have been more along the lines of like the the Greyjoys with like the Kraken and like what's dead never dies, which is a pretty fucking sweet one if you think, or which is a pretty freaking sweet one. that was our one use of the stream that we've now hit our PG-13 rating.
Well, no, you can't take it. What about me?
Well, you're done, Zo. Sorry, you only get one per stream. If you want to stay PG-13, that's all you get.
Shit, okay.
Well, now we're in an R. Now no monetization. You're done, Zo.
Well, if I'm going to be demonetized, then fuck it. I mean...
All right, well, but like, I mean, one of those things, because, back then I was a little bit more, I would say my alignment was more gray. Just so everybody knows, I used to have a very gray morality and a very gray sense of being. I was definitely the chaotic, neutral, almost neutral evil alignment in real life. Like anytime I took those quizzes online where it's like, what's your D&D alignment? I'd always either end up as neutral evil or neutral evil or chaotic neutral. But since being with Alyssa, and Alyssa having changed how I see things in the world, I am typically now more either chaotic good or neutral good. So I would have said like things like the Greyjoys, or even like the the Lannisters. I don't even remember what theirs is, but it was definitely very like antagonistic. I don't know. Maybe that might be a lie. Maybe theirs isn't antagonistic. I don't know them enough. But that being said, now I would definitely be way more stark. I love the wolf motif, and I love the whole their whole, all the sayings they have, that the North remembers, winter is coming. It's like we are the ones that are prepared for the bad stuff that's coming, and we are your first line of defense, and we will back you up unless you slight us, and then we will remember that. We remember the people that don't appreciate the good that we do in the world. Yeah. Her great evil. No, I've actually, if you think about it, Cave, I've actually, well, you made me think about it. I'm saying this like you would have known. Years ago, like 10 years ago, like she was very much paladin, lawful good, and I was in that neutral evil category. And now we've both muddled each other into a shade of gray. But yeah, Alyssa was like full on paladin like 10 years ago. Like she was like lawful good, righteous knight. I mean, sure, she was like one of those paladins where it's like she had a dark past, but now she's a champion for light. Now she's like, yeah, I'm a champion for, I'm gonna kill you.
I think that comes with age.
Well, there's that too, but I'm gonna say it was me. Unless you're saying that I've like aged you, then that makes sense.
Well, there's that too. Hey, Diablo Bob!
Diablo Bob!
Good to see you, my friend. Everything has changed in the channel. You are not going to know whether you're coming or going. Alright. By the way, the save command, that's one of them has changed. Yeah, we moved to a different piece of software, so some of the commands are different in how you get there. There is a save command. It doesn't work that way. You're going to have to figure out how it does work, or the bot will tell you here shortly.
Is there because I'm curious myself, is there a way to pull up a list of commands? Like I could do like a quick shortcut and it'll pop up like a thing that'll say like list of commands.
Yeah,
Princess Strega!
Hey, Princess Strega's here. Princess Strega's birthday, by the way, everyone. We're going to sing happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday.
And I'm not sure if you can go to alyssafaden.com/cloudbart, but that's rewards in general. I think it's listed on rewards. alyssafaden.com/cloudbart will tell you. You have to be logged into Twitch, but it will actually tell you all of the commands that you can now do. And Diablo Bob, your brain is going to explode. There are some real fun things in there now, my friend. Alright, so before we get into this, it is Princess Strega's birthday. Young lady, happy birthday. You're the star of the hour. And I don't sing, okay? I do not sing. But, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Princess Strega. That fitted in there real nice. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Princess. I hope your day thus far has gone well.
And we sincerely apologize for that birthday song, everybody.
I'm not apologizing for it. By the way, I don't sing, like, ever. Like, I'm talking about at Christmas time, we would do 5 gold rings or 10. What is it? The 10 million.
Is it it was the 12
days of Christmas.
12 days of Christmas.
And honestly, it would go around the table. My dad would sing one, my mom would sing one, my sister would sing one. Silence, and everyone would stare at me. My dad would go, okay, and we'd pick it back up again. I don't sing. I literally said, Princess, that's my gift to you today. That's all I got. All right, I don't know what we were talking about.
We were bringing up the commands, and I guess they've got them on the Discord server. So for those of you that are subscribers here on Twitch, or there are followers of her, supporters of her on Patreon, you will have access to the Discord server, and you will have
I don't think Diablo Bob is a subscriber. So, Diablo, you may not actually have access to the Discord server. We've got a Discord server now, by the way. Also, surprise, we got a Discord server. Also, I'm on Twitch a lot nowadays. So things have been really changing around here. But yeah, if you don't have access to the Discord server, the listfake.com / whatever it was, Cloudbot.
Yes, and Miss J is correct. If you want Alyssa to swear at you, make her eat a bean.
I don't swear after I eat the beans. Yes, I do. I actually swear before I eat the beans. See, there it is. Claudius just told you where to go, and there's the link right there.
Let's see, and I think that was because I think Princess has been spamming the not spamming, but you know what I mean. Yeah, posting the she did exclamation socials and she did exclamation Patreon, so it brings up the awesome things. Thank you for that shameless promotion, Strega. And Strega, have you done anything special today for your birthday? Anything fun or exciting?
Or even mildly illegal? Any of these things work.
Or extremely illegal? Now I'm very intrigued. Okay, Alex Vixen says House Stark. Oh, wait, no. For official houses, House Stark. Though in the Game of Thrones tabletop role-playing game, she played a character from a minor house called Grey Fox, which had fealty to House Stark. They kind of sort of derailed the entire storyline of Game of Thrones by rescuing Ned Stark from his execution. Spoilers, using a minor distraction that burned down the Red Fort and half of King's Landing. Wow.
Do any of us know that Ned Stark does not gets executed? I mean,
Boy,
is that a spoiler?
Spoilers.
Have you not watched it yet?
It's one of those. It's Sean Bean's in a production, and his name is not Sharp, so he's gonna die.
And Pex, yes. Princess Strega, whose birthday it is, by the way, today, was trying to actually do an exclamation Patreon, and the system is not coming back with anything. I'm not sure if it should do something, but that's what she's referring to.
Now, so Strega watched a movie and ate cake today on her birthday. Now, the movie you watched was Gem and the Holograms. Was it the live-action remake one, or was it one of an older animated film?
I knew she would have to watch a movie. I knew a movie would have to be in there somewhere. I thought she might actually watch a movie instead of being on the stream with us tonight.
I'm surprised you haven't watched movies all day. Movie. The live action. Okay.
Diablo Bob redeemed question time. What is question time? Oh,
you
that's
pull a
one of
book.
the books.
Pull a
All right,
book.
Diablo Bob. I'm going to do it now. By the way, Diablo Bob, normally we space these things out a little bit. But you're the first one to actually tap into this, and you are fresh back into the stream after a while. So I'm going to grab a book on the top here. There we go. This one is 3,000 Questions About My Future. You have to give me a number between 1 and 3,000. I will read that question and I will answer it here, live on stream. Whatever it is.
Out of curiosity, because I don't know this, it's not a random. They pick a number as well.
They pick a number because there's 3,000 questions in there.
Cool.
One
Nice.
could argue that them picking a question is pretty random because they don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah, totally. I was inquiring because I wasn't sure of your thing.
If we could do a dice roller in the system, they could do a D3000, I suppose.
Nice.
Actually, yeah. So, Pex, can you make sure that Princess Strecker is VIP, please? It is also her birthday. 1717. All right, 1717. Let's do it.
Oh, nice.
And we don't allow too many of these during the stream, so this might be the only one. 1717.
And plain cheesecake or special kind of cheesecake?
Oh, cheesecake's nice. Cheesecake's my favourite. I don't know what this is going to be, Diablo, but here we go. Crossing off 17. Ooh, that's not 1717. Almost crossed off the wrong one. Learn to count, Faden. Here we go. 1717. Will Velcro still be useful 20 years from now? Will Velcro still be useful 20 years from now? I'm going to answer, and I would like to know about you maplings out there. I think Velcro will be useful 20 years from now, but I'm almost going to guarantee that it will be like something like out of Back to the Future, where it's kind of automated. You know what I'm saying? Where you put it together and it goes, and then like there's a little electric charge goes off and it goes. So I think Velcro will exist. It just might evolve a little bit. But Velcro's always going to be useful. How could it not? Velcro and duct tape will exist forever. That's my answer. What do you think?
I would have to concur with that. That would be my opinion as well. I do think that it would be useful in the future. I think that, they're using it in, kind of like, I agree, Alex, it's kind of like a nano Velcro, that really fine kind of thing. AI Velcro, exactly. Definitely in some way, shape, or form, it's going to be a version of Velcro that still exists for sure. I mean, they're doing that in the space stations and stuff. That's how they keep their stuff stuck to the wall. Is a type of Velcro. So
yeah, I think we're all agreed. Velcro lives on. String. Cave Geek says string. Of course Cave Geek says string. Except they don't call it string in caves, do they? You've got twine that you roped together with some roots or something that you foraged out of the floor. You barbarian scum.
he was just trying to support your theory that Velcro wasn't.
I'm just attacking the fucking barbarian.
His last line, he was saying how since string has been around for millions of years.
This is what I do. I just attack the barbarians and they go, oh, they were allies.
If string has been a useful thing and it has existed in some form for the last million years, he's pretty sure Velcro's not going away anytime soon. That's what he was trying to say. He was agreeing with you.
I should hush my mouth.
Good lordy, Cave. Why do you put up with her stuff? Her shenanigans?
Oh, yeah, actually, he sent me a picture that I'm meant to be taking a look at. Just let me finish off these. It's not really going to work. I'm going to draw this in by hand. I don't like where this is going.
If anybody sees me randomly looking over here, this is the screen that I have her live stream on. So if I want to look at the map she's working on, I look this way. So if you ever see me, side profile, that's what I'm doing.
Side profile. All right, so Cave Geek sent me a picture of something. And here we go. Okay, what did Cave of the Geek send me? Do our cats play with string? Yes, kind of, sort of. So they do have a box of toys. Their favorite toys are hair ties, by far. They love hair ties, which are kind of string-like, right? One of them likes anything that looks like string, and it can be a wire, and he will chew through it.
And
he will just chew right through it, and it doesn't matter what it is. We actually have to get that yuck spray on anything that is a loose wire around here, because he will just go to town. Laces on your shoes, destroyed. Got a laptop recharging cable hanging off the table, destroyed. He is honestly a horror. He has destroyed so much equipment in this house over the years. We've lost count. He is an absolute horror.
Yeah, he's one that we've had to on a lot of our cell phone cables, charging cables, laptop cables, even computer wire. We've had to buy that special spray that makes animals like it tastes nasty to them. We've had to spray it and wipe it down on multiple applications on multiple wires just to get them to stop chewing through them.
This, by the way, is a picture that Cave Geek sent to me. I don't think Cave Geek drew it. Cave Geek, what's the story behind this, if you're still out there? Or is this just something, hey, you might like this type of picture? I do, by the way, like this quite a bit.
I think he was saying Xenomorph Hornet. Xenomorph Murder Hornet?
Wargaming Recon says, hey, Wargaming, one of my bunnies likes to eat apple chargers. Nothing else, just apple chargers. Ow.
Okay, that's Flavor Text's
Flavor Text's Murder Hornet. Okay, so you'll be cooking something with that, huh?
It'd probably be tasty. Velcro, a combination of the words velvet and crochet.
Yeah, a swarm of them would be pretty nasty. Someone's looking after me. Although one day I should actually get drinks for Jack.
Yeah, but you're actually working, and I'm just a freeloader here.
One day we should swap roles.
Just sitting on your... What, I map and
you map, and I'll get drinks.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Well, I will get a top-up of wine because it has been requested, and you can have one of the lovely
And I'm
beans.
gonna do a bean. Maybe a snack grab, or maybe I'll save the snack grab for a little bit later on. Thank you very much for looking after me. I'm just gonna finish off drawing this. Oh wow, you're going nuts. Hold on a sec. We're gonna just get a little bit of this going on. We're gonna get a little bit of this going on. A little bit of this. I cannot keep up with the volume of things you're throwing in there right now. Hold on a sec. I can't believe we're actually drawing in the stadium. Oh, he's still going. And a dab. Well, a dab I could do. By the way, Princess, we're in it for you, my darling. Happy birthday. Does it dab up? Really? I thought Brian from... really? Is it like... Really? No one's told me that. Really? Alright, well, I guess I owe you another dab. I'll dab you in a bit. Alright, so hold on a second. let's do a refresh of the things you've been requesting here. 5x5. What is this? 5x5 in the pipe? What is a 5x5? Holy shit, war game. Saving we could do. I'll hit save right now. So hold on a sec. Alright, we'll stream for a little bit longer tonight, no problem at all. Random fact about Jack. Well, Jack is here, so we can do a random fact about Jack. Well, let's come back to the 2 truths on lie. You're just doing all of it. Random fact about mapping, let's come back to that one. Random jelly bean. Alright, let's do the random jelly bean one. And the reason being, we have a jar. And it is yet to be filled. So, we're going to fill the candy jar. And I purposely left it unfilled because I was going to do it right here on camera in front of you. And this is Princess's birthday, so it seems very appropriate. Jack's standing here with the official stirrer. He's going to stir these up. So I just put into there right now, that was the 50-50. So is it puke or is it dog food? Both are horrible. So we've got that one. We're going to put all of the hot ones in there too. This is going to work out a lot better, I think. Okay. So there's all of the hot ones. Wow, this is not even touching it. All right, so what else have we got? What is this?
That's all bad.
This is all bad? Well, let's put that up there. What are these?
Those are all 50-50s.
These are all 50-50s? 50-50 sounds good. Green screen for 1500. So the way that one works, Princess, is you send me a picture and it will be my green screen for the next stream. War Gaming Recon did a love one for Princess Streger. You two are just incorrigible. Alright, so this is the 50-50 right here. I can almost taste the puke. Awesome. Alright, so get rid of that. What else have we got here? Oh, these 50-50s?
Yeah.
These?
Both of those are 50-50s.
Should I put these in as well? Alright, let's do it. Let's go all out, guys and girls. Macklings.
Hand the trash to me.
War Gaming Recon still has a whole bunch of gold. Alright. Almost done. 2 more boxes to throw into this thing. Then we're going to give it the official Jack Stir. And War Gaming Recon, give that man VIP status. He deserves it anyway. Oh, well, I think Princess Streger is already going to be VIP because it's her birthday, but maybe we can leave it with her for the rest of the week. Alright, so this is a 50-50. One more box to go. In fact, I can give you this too. There's so much shit in these things. Look all this plastic and crap. Whoa. Box of beans. Alright. One more. And we're not even, by the way, even getting close to filling this jar. I might have to put the Japanese candy in there at some point and the Mexican candy in there at some point. Pecs went nuts on candy. Alright.
So you're not 100% tortured. We should probably get you a container of just good ones.
But yes, I think we should get a container of good ones because my 50-50 on my 50-50s have been mostly bad. I think I've had 2 good, and that includes a toothpaste, which is meant to be a bad. Right, Jack's stirring it. So if this is bad, this is now Jack's fault. Here we go. I have a love-hate relationship with these things. But here we go. Bean time. Oh, it's a hot one. It's a hot one. How did I end up with a hot one? It's a hot one. Princess Striker, get some M&Ms in there would be cool.
Skittles.
It's not so hot that it's making me hiccup. But it's close. So maybe jalapeno. I think there's 2 above jalapeno, right? I think this is sitting right in the middle. So not too bad. Honestly, the ones that are hot at least don't taste like eating a dog turd. You know what I mean? So while you might suffer, it's suffering in a different way. Jack, thank you for the drink. I'm probably going to need that now. So we do have a lot of things to redeem. We can't do it all in one go, but we are going to give Princess Striker her VIP for sure. And Princess Striker, I've got the image thing. I'm going to take a look at that. That will be my green screen for the next stream. That almost completely rhymed. And Jack, because we've got this kind of natural sort of interlude going on.
Yeah.
How about a random fact about Jack?
Random fact about me. Let's see. Oh gosh, what would be a random fact about me? I'm from this kind of builds on something that I spoke about before, but I am from a family that was divorced early in my life. Since I was 6 years old, my family divorced and I had separate families since I was 6. And it wasn't like it was a split, like one parent took me away and I never saw the other one. It was a 50-50 split. A legal 50-50 split between both of my parents since I was 6 years old. So, yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact about Jack. You know, one day in one of these streams, he's going to say something and we'll go, oh, I did not know this.
And one time I murdered a guy. Yeah, no, exactly.
I actually had a dream a year or 2 ago that was so vivid in me murdering someone, literally murdering someone, put them in a freezer, but it's like me, okay, it's me, I murdered someone, and I put them in a freezer, and I was married to Jack there, and it was so vivid, and I had so much guilt over murdering this person in my dream, and I was so scared of this body, and I can't remember who it was, being found by Jack, that to this day I feel guilty about it. To this day I sit there and go, I didn't murder anyone, did I? To this day it was so real. It was so real. Like literally, even right now talking about it, I go, I didn't. Did I?
Did I?
Yeah,
wow.
It's so real.
Wow. I did not know that was something that you had going on. Was that a Alyssa fact that you just did right there?
I guess it was in some ways, but yeah, you totally reminded me of it, and it like I say, it was such a vivid dream, so vivid. It's like it was real. It was just real to me. Yes, Wargaming, we've seen the uproar about the Mandalorian and the fish spawn. And funny enough, I actually read a post about that just before I came onto the stream, where it was basically someone on Facebook was saying, okay, I get it. And there was expletives throughout, but he was basically saying, will you stop talking about this? Because I don't give a shit. And the very first person into the stream came in explaining very forcibly why he should give a shit. And it was a complete breakdown of Little Yoda. And there's going to be no spoilers, okay? No spoilers. But it was a very impassioned breakdown of it. And he was one of those creating a bit of a stink.
For those few who care of my opinion about it, my opinion is shut the hell up. It is a make-believe show intended for freaking children and teens. Shut up. Who cares? It's supposed to be funny. Holy criminy Christmas.
This tends to be Jack's default state, by the way. He's kind of real.
I'm sorry that you care, Wargaming Recon, but it's freaking made up for entertainment's sake. I don't get it. It's supposed to be silly. And, oh, you care about my opinion. Oh, okay, cool.
They care about your
All
opinion.
Right. I thought you were coming up saying, like, I care about the thing we're not mentioning because people haven't seen it yet. I was like, oh my God. Just, it's the equivalent of when people, I do love anything. Whoa, no. See, that's going too far. If I found out that Trump loves Star Wars, I would probably not love Star Wars as much.
Don't do the merch command, Wargame Recon. Don't do the merch command. PEX. Therein, I think, is part of the problem. So we don't have a merch store through Twitch or Streamlabs. And Streamlabs comes with it kind of like bundled, but we haven't actually set it up. And so, PEX, there it is. It's a command. Merch. We need to turn that off, or we need to have merch point to Noble Dwarf. No, Wargame, you did not do anything wrong. We've actually been trying to track that down all day.
No, yes. Alex, I appreciate you needing you offering the timeout cave for that comment about Trump. Yes, no, you don't need to.
Alex Vixen did not see your little thing about the true fact about you. Sorry, I scrolled back up through the thing. And Princess, no, we're not streaming, but we are kind of streaming on Saturday morning, 10 o'clock PST in the morning. I guess what is that? 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. We've got a private Twitch and Patreon only hangout. I'm going to be starting 10 o'clock my time, ending midday, and we're just going to, what did I just do? We're just going to be hanging out. You should have received a link for that, or you will be receiving a link for that, and it's just a private hangout. I'm not going to be mapping. We're just going to be chilling. Like, we're just sitting there at a bar, and we're just going to talk.
Just hanging out. I'll probably be in the chat that day. I won't be live on the stream, but I'll probably be in the chat.
Well, consider it as a Zoom, and you can optionally turn on your video. We're all part of the chat.
Oh, it's not going to be on Twitch. Oh, well.
No, it's just a total private Zoom hangout. That's what we're doing.
You might have to see my obnoxious face on Saturday, everybody.
And I'm going to be drinking mimosas. And we're going to be doing it every month, by the way. If you are a Twitch subscriber or Patreon backer, I'm just going to start calling you Maplings. And we'll come up with a name, but I like that one right now. If you are a Mapling, then you get every month we're just going to chill, okay? I'm not going to be sitting here, like, doing this and mapping, even though this is fun. We're going to get together, maybe Saturday mornings, if that's what works out for everyone. And if you want to see my book collection, if you want to talk about like what games I've got, or my miniatures, or what shit I've got on my shelves behind me, or whatever it is, we'll just talk, we'll hang out, we'll just bullshit as friends.
Unless we're gonna call you, we'll call ourselves Fadenites.
Fadenites. Faden's Legions.
Faden's Barbarians? No,
not gonna happen.
I don't know, that Barbarian show was pretty good. Just saying.
Yeah, the Barbarian show was pretty good.
I gotta say, I would have sided with Herman myself, because I did.
Well, there's a different fun fact for another time.
All right, so.
Oh, by the way, Marlin's girl, I saw you up there, by the way, suggesting milk. Thank you very much. I know you've always got my back. Much love. Thank you.
So, Princess is doing her own 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
Here are her things, and everybody, Alyssa, you and I can guess, and then everybody in the chat, if you wish to guess, you can as well. She says, I graduated high school 2 years earlier than normal.
Okay.
The second thing is I went on a deep sea fishing expedition and caught a baby shark. And thirdly is I love being immersed in water.
Huh.
Personally, I am going to guess that the baby shark catching deep sea expedition, that one is the lie. I'm going to guess you did graduate high school early and that you love being immersed in water.
I'm with Wargaming Recon on this one. I'm doing a false, true.
Okay. Wow, we've got all across the board. I'm typing my own in there just so it's on the record. All right. Miss J and I are on truth, false, truth. Alex Vixen and Trebor is truth, truth, false. And then Alyssa and Wargaming is false, truth, true. Nice spread. I think two for each category.
1 year later than normal. All right. Okay.
It was one of those tricksy things that it was kind of one of those, like, you know, it's in the same category, but it's not actually the one. Okay.
So I think Wargame and I just won that thing. Poof, Wargame. Nice.
Okay.
So you caught a shark?
Wow. Oh, it caps at 500. God dang it.
What caps at 500?
The heist. There we go. I tried to do heist. Strega and I both did heist 1,000.
Yeah, we're throttling back on you money gribbers.
Well, I don't have to redeem anything, apparently. I just need to sit here and answer things, so that's kind of cool. I actually don't even know how much gold I have, because apparently you don't get gold just by having a stream up and running and listening to it. You have to actually...
You do.
Well, like 1 per session, because it was one of those things where I had, like, I've listened to literally every single stream you've got, and it was like, you have 100 gold. And I was like, oh, thanks.
You should have a lot more than that for listening to the stream, but it's also been dialed in too, and you as a subscriber, you get more for listening to the stream. And if you comment, like
yes.
if you chat, you get even more.
Yes, in Wargaming, I am definitely subscribed. I think she'd walk into my office here and punch me in the head if I wasn't subscribed.
Yeah, you have 6,400 gold. You lying toe rag. You're sitting there crying poverty, and you got 6.5 grand? Shut up.
For all I know, everybody else has 10,000. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Wait, I just got 1,000 more. Yeah, Alyssa, you have 1 million.
That's because Pex gave me 1 million gold while we were testing things.
You know, you should be no, and it is one of those things that you should be the Empress. You should be. You should be.
I had Pex like gift a bunch of gold to me.
You should be the Empress. I mean, it's your channel. You're the streamer. You're doing all the hard work with the mapping.
I was one of the poorest persons in the channel.
Exactly, and that was, in my opinion, that is a little. I mean, you should have started with a million, and then it just should have gone up from there.
You watch. So, Pex is going to be all, I giveth, and I take it away. I'll have 1 gold before the end of the stream. But I hear you, Jack. I hear you.
Yeah, everybody should have started at 0, and you started at 1 million.
So what's Alex Vixen got gold-wise? Gold.
She's only got
653. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Back in the old stream, it would take a while to get to that.
Streka wants some of your 1,000,000 gold. She's throwing a duel your way.
But I am not playing the games. That's how I lose all my monies.
Yeah, pretty soon Strega is Empress.
And she would be okay with it too.
And the rights to the channel transfer to her. And you're like, wait a minute, what? How am I supposed to map now? That's funny. Oh, you do gain a lot of gold. That's why you do it. Wargaming Recon, you sneaky mofo.
Yes, so yeah, because Wargaming Recon has been actually very generous over this last week, he gained a lot of gold from that. A lot. But also, you can host it. You can host a channel and gain gold by hosting it. So if you're on your own channel, you do this hosting command, easy gold. Just gotta do the little tricks.
All right, so Miss J.
Oh, Miss J's got one.
2 truths and a lie. She was born on the Gold Coast in Australia. She used to work for as a zipline tour guide, and she's scared of heights.
All right, I've got my answer. I'm going false, true, true. Done.
You know what? I think you're trying to be tricksy because you were a zipline tour guide and you're scared of heights. So ooh, one of those is going to be a trip up. I too think. Yes, you used to work as a zipline tour guide, but the thing was, you were scared of heights. So I think, obviously, yes, you were born in Australia, but probably not the Gold Coast. Or maybe you were born elsewhere and your family moved. If
you've been paying attention to her, by the way, I'm going to shut the fuck up because I'm going to be wrong and I'm just going to be shooting myself in the foot. I'm just going to go with my answer and stick with that.
I'm going to go with false, true, true. I'm going to go with false, true, true. Yeah. Yes, FTT.
And then once we're done with Miss J here, I'll actually do the one that Wargaming Recon paid for. I'll do a 2 truths and a lie next.
Cool.
So, Miss J, I think we got our votes in, young lady. You want to hit us with it? Keeping us in suspenders? False, true, true.
What? PNG.
What's PNG?
Scared of heights and can't see in 3D as long as I'm attached. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, that must have been terrifying though for you. Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. You know, I actually answered false on the birth thing because I thought you were actually born over in England, but only because of something you said during one of the chats. But it must have been that you just spent some time in England when you were younger.
And because I didn't know, apologies, because I'm lame American, I had to look up where geographically Papua New Guinea was in relation to Australia. I didn't realize it was just straight north. For some reason, I thought it was more northwest. That was my bad. That's Indonesia, is northwest.
All right. So I think Wargaming Weekend. Are we batting 2 for 2 right now? I'll throw down one. All right, and I'm actually going to write them down,
Sun
okay?
hat.
Because I
Nice.
always forget because I'm drawing at the same time. Okay. So number one, at one point in my life, when I was in my early 20s, I decided to completely shave my head, and it was not a good look. Number two, I once drove across the United States on my own for a total distance of 3,500 miles with nothing but me and a teddy bear going 115 miles an hour for certain stretches. I was such a great actress at school that I actually got offered a scholarship at the local college, but declined. Those are my three. I shaved my head when I was younger. I drove across the US with nothing but me and a teddy bear doing 115 miles an hour at parts. And I was a great actress and declined the scholarship.
Let's see. We have Strega saying true, false, true. We've got Peck saying true, true, false. We've got Wargaming, true, true, false. Let's see. Alex saying true, true, false.
A lot of people going for this one right here.
Let's see.
And Misty going for the same one.
True, true, false. Any of our lurkers gonna say anything? Lurking.
Let me just draw a hill while I give them an opportunity. And then I'm going to call it. Tree ball. Tree ball goes false. True. True.
Doing the flip side.
It is true. True. False. I did indeed shave my head when I was in my 20s. It was kind of a messed up year for me. I was kind of going a little bit woo woo. And I definitely did not have the head for it. Apparently I've got a bit of a bumpy head. I am no... these beautiful actresses that sort of shave their heads and they go, oh, it looks good. No, I am not that person. I've got a very ugly head. I have never done it since. I did indeed drive across the US all on my own when I lived in Louisiana, and I decided I was going to move, and I picked on Portland, Oregon. I decided I was going to drive there on my own. Moving companies got all of my shit. I just got some essential supplies. It was 3.5 days. I have a big white teddy bear. He's about this big. I put him on the seat next to me, and we went. It was in a black Mustang GT. And there were a couple of stretches where I was, how fast will this car go? And it was honestly, though, a spiritual journey. 3.5 days just on my own. Just figuring out where I was going to stop at the end of each night, because I didn't plan that out. Just like, this looks like a place. And it'd be like this rundown dive. It was... I honestly would just tell everyone that you need to do it at least once in your life. It was brilliant. I would trade it for nothing. And I was not an awesome actress at school. Leave it like that. I did a couple of play things, but nothing brilliant. I enjoyed the experience of acting, but that's it. Bates Motel Look Safe says, yeah, no, actually there was one place where I stayed. I think it was like night 2, and it was so sketchy, like Bates Motel sketchy, that I seriously... Oh, and I guess I'm going to do a little fact about Alyssa here. I actually pulled my gun in from the car. I know you're not meant to take guns across state lines, and apparently I did. I found out that you're not meant to after the fact. But I actually brought my gun into the motel with me. On the inside of the hotel door, there was a fly swatter. I have never stayed at a motel or any other establishment with a freaking fly swatter hanging up there for guest convenience before. That was an unnerving night. I thought that something could go down that particular night. I think our music stopped. I'm gonna get it going again.
So, I was going to order some more beans for you for your jar.
All right.
I think I found the one that Pex ordered because it lists every flavor here. I did not know that these were all the flavors. So in case anybody's curious, Stinky Socks, Tutti Frutti, Lawn Clippings, Lime, Rotten Egg, Butter Popcorn, Toothpaste, Berry Blue, Barf, Peach, Canned Dog Food, or Chocolate Pudding, Boogers, or Juicy Pear, Moldy Cheese, or Candy Corn,
Moldy cheese is one?
Yes, moldy cheese.
Ooh, alright.
Baby Wipes, or Coconut, and then Skunk Spray, or Licorice.
God, there's
Yummy.
some horrible things in there. Oh my god.
There are some horrible things. Well, I'm adding it to the cart because we need to fill up your jar. And I don't want Pex to have to order more because he's already ordered a bunch. And
Hey, Jay Shields
Great.
is here. Hey, Jay, good to see you, my friend.
How are you?
Good to see you. Apparently, Jay doesn't like popcorn.
Oh, wait, no. You just not like the popcorn? You ordered the 5th edition ones. Oh, there are 4th edition ones. Maybe that's what I'm looking at. That might be what I'm looking at. Good point, Pex. Good point.
I love that ability of being able to highlight messages, by the way. I think that comes in really handy.
So, Jay, do you not like the popcorn jelly beans, or do you not like popcorn in general? And Jack, I'm sorry, the link to the one that I'm
And
the one that I was looking at.
love licorice. Like, I have always been nuts about licorice. Ever since being a young girl, I've loved licorice. I've definitely had the grass one. And I've definitely had several other... Oh, I think the other day I said it tasted like a sweaty sock. So I'm going to guess I've had that one too. I'm not sure I would know what dog food or a booger tastes like, though. I literally would not know. So I wouldn't be able to say, oh yeah, I'm eating a booger right now. And if I could say with certainty, oh, I'm eating a booger. I mean, you'd probably go, does she eat boogers?
All right, so Wargaming has put 2 truths and a lie out for himself. When I stand near a high up edge, I get the strong urge to toss himself over the edge. Second thing, I am allergic to chamomile tea and it makes me sneeze. 3, I have a severe needle phobia and I'd rather jump in front of a moving train than have my skin pierced by a needle.
I'm going to go with the same result as Alex Vixen.
That's one of those things where the first one is pretty dark, and I'm trying to like psychoanalyze you. I'm like trying to reverse psychoanalyze you. I'm thinking the first one's pretty dark, and I almost think you want to put that out there because you think, oh, it's so dark. People might think, no, that's not it. So I think that might be it. So I'm going to also say what everybody else has been doing: truth, false, truth.
Yeah, Jay, I'm with you, my friend. Licorice jelly beans? Oh, hell yeah.
But licorice or black licorice?
Either are good.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know me. I eat those freaking twiglets. I love shit like that.
See now here. Thank you, Pex, for showing me the link to their actual page that does a crazy amount. I was hoping to use Amazon just because I get free shipping, so that was why I was just gonna do that. But they do have the bigger cases on the Amazon that I was thinking about going for. So, but yes, they are the quote
We don't
unquote
need bigger cases. I've got like a lot of beans.
4th edition. Do you see how empty that case is? No. You need more.
Make them good ones. Someone that give me just a whole like bag of just good ones.
Well, and you should have some good ones in there. I mean, the 50/50s are good, but now you've got 50/50s that are mixed in with hots that are going to be mixed in. You actually have a whole case of just bad ones, which means the good ones are offset by a lot now. You're now sitting at like a 40/60 or
Yeah, that's
or
how they literally
35.
get you gambling, and it doesn't work.
Right.
Jay, I hear you on the absinthe. I've never had absinthe, and yeah, it would probably knock me off my feet because I would not stop drinking it. I hear you. What about licorice all sorts? Licorice all sorts are the best. Oh my god. As a kid, I could not stop eating that shit. Especially because some of them, you could just like dissect them and pull them apart. So good.
What, pray tell, is that? Licorice all sorts.
Look up licorice all sorts. In fact, I'll do it. I'll do it. And I think Wargame, I think we've got our results in here. Licorice all sorts were one of my favorite candies as a kid. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this beauty right here. All of these are licorice. Whether it be, like, this is obviously sugar on each side with a slice of licorice. This is like a whole roll of licorice with like maybe a little bit of candy.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
these.
yeah,
These are little
yeah.
candy balls, like sugar balls attached to them. And you, like as a kid, you'd pull these wafers apart, or you'd peel the layer off the outside.
Yeah,
Love that shit.
Okay, yeah.
Wargaming, okay. True. When at a height, standing near the edge, he feels the need to toss himself off. He is not allergic to chamomile, but it makes it difficult for him to breathe. He does not sneeze, and he does have a needle phobia. I have a very good friend in England, a lifelong friend who has the same phobia. So when you said that, it kind of it rung as something that's familiar to me.
Yeah, absinthe stuff. She has actually had an absinthe extract or an absinthe replica brand, and yes, it was very much black licorice-y. And this was probably about 8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't proper absinthe. It was like a replica thing.
Yeah, it was one of those synthetics replicas.
And I don't think Jack liked it.
Yeah, and it was, and I think we've never had it again because it was one of those things where it was like, okay, we could buy that, but only you like it and I don't. So,
and it was pretty strong. It was pretty strong.
It was pretty strong.
I've never had the real deal though, Jay.
Yeah, you've not seen.
And yeah, Bassett's all sorts, Miss J. Bassett's, that's the name. That's the stuff right there. That's the good stuff. By the way, I'm just over here mapping away. I was hoping to actually have all of the ink work done by tomorrow night. I don't think that's going to happen, but we're making really, really, really good progress. So that's good. Yay! So I'm just going to keep drawing the outsides here. I don't think absinthe kills. Unless you're drinking it by the bucket load or something.
Yeah, I haven't heard that, no.
But it was actually, isn't it illegal here in the United States?
Pure absinthe, if I'm not mistaken, is. Alright, I got more beans coming.
Alright, well, if they're good ones, then I'm down.
2/3 of them are good ones.
I'll take 2/3.
3/5 of them are good ones.
I'll take it.
2/5 of them are not good.
And Princess is going for Bean Boozled. How could I say no? How could I say no? Alright, I'm going to eat a random jelly bean. Alright, Princess. This is indeed your birthday right now, so how could I possibly say no to you? And by the way, girl, I hope one day that you get that house that you've been designing, and I know you design a lot. I hope you get something of your dreams, because you really deserve it. Let's do it, shall we? Alright, is it good? Is it bad? Does it taste like dog shit? Or is it a Carolina Reaper? Let's find out. It's shit. I can answer that one. What am I think I'm eating like dog food.
Could be one of the canned dog food.
Where it's not exactly like I'm licking, someone's sock, but it's not a pleasurable experience. So, okay, for Princess's birthday, I just ate some dog food. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
That's pretty manky. That was pretty manky.
Hey, Phantom Jen, hello.
Hey, Phantom Jen's here. Phantom Jen, actually, did Zach and Skeeter get hit by the YouTube outage? Because I saw them come online about 10 minutes after YouTube actually had a player issue, and like no one could view YouTube. So I assume they got hit by that? Yeah, there was definitely some kind of YouTube outage. Like you just could not play a video, and it wasn't me. It wasn't just Jack. All of the people he follows on Twitch or Twitter, they were reporting outages too. If she's at work, then she's just checking in. She may not even know about Zach and how that went for them. But yeah, there was a YouTube outage earlier on. I'm not sure if it's still out, but there was a problem. Like you would fire up the page, and at first, like it wouldn't play; it would just spin, and then you would actually get a player error a little bit later on. I assume they fixed it now, being YouTube. Box office, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to redeem a bean?
What? Nothing.
You know what? For Princess, I will take another bean right now while you, like a right vegetable, try to get your shit together.
All right, I'm going to write vegetable. I saw there was the wine. Cool. Oh yeah, Pex is. He's like saying. Pex is like, no, there's a cooldown. That's why he can't redeem one. Got a cooldown. Well, you know what? But you've already said you'll take one, so I'm
going to for Princess. It's her birthday,
and I will help fulfill the wine refill.
Oh, that's shit too. What the fuck? Oh, that's one of the worst yet.
What's that one? Describe it.
Oh no! I don't know what's going on in my mouth. That's what she said. Oh. What is that? I don't even know if I want to try and identify that. Oh, you know what that was? That was stale cheese. That was the moldy cheese. That's what that was. That was disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting. Are you not entertained? I'm not. That was disgusting. That was like brie that's way old. So you're not really tasting the brie anymore. You're just tasting this funk, this thick funk. That was pretty horrible. That was pretty horrible. Alex Vixen, by the way, darling, I don't know how you know everything about everything, but you do, and I adore it. It's like, yeah, servers were down. The third CPU slot had a short, I kind of figured it'd be something like that. That's kind of crazy, though. You know, with their infrastructure, you just don't see the likes of YouTube going down. That's nuts. I was definitely. I don't think it was spoiled milk. I don't think it might have been spoiled milk. It was spoiled milk, or it was spoiled cheese. They're both very similar. I'll keep this to get rid of the spoiled milk flavor, whatever it was I had. Maybe a little bit of whisk. I thought Jack said that there was a spoiled cheese one.
There is moldy cheese.
Moldy cheese.
This is an old spoiled brie.
Oh.
Sounds like the name of a punk rock band.
Old spoiled brie. Punk rock band. Well, let's just say that it was a dairy product that should not be consumed once it's gone off. I don't care if it was like clotted cream gone moldy. It tasted nasty. And for the record, by the way, how many bad ones have I had here? I mean, literally, I've had one, maybe two good ones in all of this time, and all of the others have been bad. I mean, I'm the real bad ratio here. And I've got a box of bad ones I haven't even put in here. They're meant to be 50-50. I'm like, I don't think so. There's a lot of bad ones. I don't mind it. I don't mind sort of, taking one for the team. As long as you guys and girls get a laugh out of it, then I'm all good.
You're definitely 85-15.
Yeah, I'm 85% like failure rate right now. Faux shiggity. Alright, so this area here, I want to kind of draw like a little sort of complex around this. And I think my intent was to have this road come off here, so I'm just gonna sketch in this road. Something like this. That whatever lumpy ass cheese I just ate is hanging around inside my mouth and it won't go away. That is pretty disgusting. But what about this map though, huh? Did we ever think that we were going to come back to this one? I mean, look at that bad boy. That's what I'm talking about.
So, for transparency's sake, the beans that I've ordered you is a variant of a 50-50, a variant of a spicy, but then I had one that was a variety of fun ones, such as Snapple flavors, Krispy Kreme flavors,
Ooh. Cold
Stone, and soda pop flavors. And then the last one I ordered was a cocktail one.
Well, they sound great.
Right, so two that were not so fun, and then two that were good, because you literally have you've been like 90-10. You've had such bad luck with these things.
I will take it. They sound fantastic. Thank you, Jack. And honestly, compared to like the spoiled milk and the sweaty socks and the cut grass, I'll take the spicy ones every time, because at least they're just a hot candy. Like the sweaty socks and shit like that, they are just stank. Wait until the vomit one. God damn it, War Game Recon. Sitting there all gloating. Oh, Jack, actually, so several people in the chat were here on Monday when you said you were going to watch Le Samurai, or whatever it was called.
Yes, indeed.
How did it go? What was the film like?
I actually enjoyed the film quite a bit. So I watched it Monday night, and I spoke about it briefly today online on my Facebook during the day today, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, so it came out, Les Samurai came out in 1957. is a noir film. I don't think you could describe it as an action film, but then again, at the time, it might have been considered an action film. I actually don't know, because action back in the day was defined a little differently, because by today's standards, action is it's crazy, it's frenetic, it's over the top, it's way all over the place. And the film was it was pretty slow paced, and so the story was that there's this hitman, like, you know, any hitman that you'd see like any kind of like modern film, like Leon the Professional. So you got a hitman who is Le Samurai. He's the one that the title character is of, and he does a hit for like a criminal organization, an undefined criminal organization. But on his way out, after killing this person, he's seen by some people, and that's kind of where the story begins, because the police start rounding up suspects, and he's one of the people that they pick up, because the police are like, okay, witnesses, who did you see? And they were like kind of a youngish guy in a big coat and a hat. And so the police go out and they start picking up everybody who looks relatively young, who's wearing a coat, who's got a hat, and he's one of the people they picked up. And because of that, obviously the police are just doing a wide net to try to catch anybody that could potentially be the killer, because he's literally one of the people that get picked up. The mob is suddenly, or whichever this criminal organization is suddenly like, well, oh shit, our hitman's been picked up. What are we going to do to take care of this? And now suddenly the mob's now like, oh no, is he going to talk? Is he going to break? What's going to happen now? And so now you've got this kind of these dueling stories of like the cops trying to figure out who murdered him. Or you've got a triple story, because then the criminals are going to be like, is this guy trustworthy? The cops are trying to figure out who the hell did this. And on the mobster side of the hitman side of things, the main character, the quote unquote protagonist, his thing is now like, he's trying to now convince the cops that it wasn't him and he had an alibi elsewhere. Because in the beginning of the film, you see him set up alibis that are actually not true. Like, there's a woman that he cares about that he goes to, and he's like, so I was here all night, and they kind of talk it through, like, I was with you all night. And then he goes to a card game, and he's like, and I was playing here from this time to this time, kind of a thing. So it was kind of a cool, it was very suspenseful. Like, the atmosphere was very intense and very dark and very heavy. It was full on noir going on. Yeah, hat, long coat, young male. Yes. Yeah, drags all the Alex Mixon drags all the goth kids from the school. Exactly. I mean, I almost want to jokingly say that was like the quote from the movie, where that was literally how they were describing the guy that did the murder. But it was really good. In a weird way, it reminded me of, and I looked it up later, so it reminded me while I was watching it, and I looked it up later to make sure that it was confirmed. But like Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai with Forrest Whitaker, people even have said like, wow, this film was super inspired by Les Samurai. And the director and writer of Ghost Dog came out and was like, yeah, I was totally inspired by Les Samurai. But like Drive, or The Driver, or The Killer with Chow Yun-fat, the John Woo film, all of those characters, all of those stories and characters were based on, like, were inspired by, not based on, let's say inspired by, because were inspired by Les Samurai. And it was really good from that perspective. Ooh, Claudius bringing the smackdown on wargaming from Too Many Emotes.
Oh, Claudius does not like you, wargaming. You and Claudius will have to go toe to toe one day, duel it out.
Maybe do just 3 at a time. There you go. Silent Bob Knifey. Oh, Muse-Low, the game car. Okay, cool. Okay. Left and right knives, yeah.
I think we might have some kind of auto moderation onto a degree, and that's where Claudius is getting his cock out and just, beginning to, like, just get a little bit too on us.
it looks like a bank of 5 emotes in a row in one thread is enough for iClaudius to go, hey, chill out. But yeah, La Samurai, and in a weird way, I would even say, even though the plot is not the same at all, the character of the La Samurai, played by Alain Delon, is very similar to Leon the Professional, played by Jean Reno, because both of them are very Spartan. Like when you see in the very beginning, the beginning of La Samurai starts with the main character just chilling on his bed. He's like just kind of sitting there with his hands behind his back, and he's kind of waiting for the information for his hit that he's going to do. And his apartment is super bare. His bed is super bare. Like, I don't even, if I remember correctly, I don't even think there's like a blanket on his bed. I think his bed is super bare. And he's got like a bird cage with like little bird twittering around, going like, tweet, 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 tweet. And that's it. Like, that's his entire apartment, is like nothing and a bird cage. And like in Leon the Professional, it's like nothing and a plant, you know. While the rest of the movie is 10,000% different. The two characters of both Leon and I think his name is Jeff Costello is the samurai's name. Jeff and Leon are very similar characters.
Jeff. There's a hitman's name. Jeff.
Well, you gotta say it with like a French accent. Say Jisk.
Does anyone get that reference?
Jisk. Oh, I love you, Jisk.
Jisk.
But yeah, I thought it was great. And it was evident to me. I understand why this is a classic, and I understand why there's so many other films that are inspired by this. By today's standards, I don't think it would be considered a great film, but I think at the time, I understand why it was considered a great film. It had, like I said, it was great at creating suspense and tension and creating that atmosphere. And, it was one of those things where there were certain scenes that they felt devoid of emotion or cold. And it was perfect because the director purposefully made sure that all the characters in the scene were either wearing grays or blues, and the scene didn't have a lot of flashy colors in it, because you were supposed to feel like he was alone. Oh no, so yeah, Miss J, you just did the 5 emote squiddy thing. You just got timed out by iClaudius.
Holy shit, iClaudius.
He's like,
iClaudius is on the warpath.
He's like, if you do 5 emotes in one thing, you're donezo.
I don't know if Pex is still around, but
we gotta up that to 6.
Miss J testing. Thank you, darling. I really appreciate it. I think maybe we could take a look at the iClaudius settings, and I think too. Occasionally, I need to log in as iClaudius, and you guys and girls can duel it.
Yeah. I think iClaudius has got a 5 limit. If you up it to at least 6, I think you'll be fine. Because both Miss J and Wargaming did 5. And
although Miss J was testing as well.
Right, and she was doing a 5 or 2. She's got Tentacle 1, Tentacle 2, Main Body, Tentacle 3, Tentacle 4, so that's 5 in total. And fucking Wargaming is doing knives out the wazoo. He's up to 4 knives.
I have a question for all of you.
Oh no!
It's not Mapettes, Maplings.
Maplings.
You Maplings and Jack. What other films were considered great in their time, but if they were remade today, they wouldn't be? Now, that may not be fair, because maybe some of the things that are being made today are because of those in the past. But what films have high accolades that wouldn't necessarily carry forward today? And I'm not talking about the extremes where you take this, the first film, black and white film ever. Of course that wouldn't stand the test of time. But subject matter, story, the way that it was filmed, what nowadays would not cut it?
Oh God, Strega, I love Harold and Maude. I'm totally an outlier because I love... Oh, you know what, Wargaming, I do actually agree with you with Birth of a Nation. Jesus Christ, that film is fucking unnerving. Sorry for swearing, but good God. Oh, but I do love Harold and Maude. I love it so much. A, Cat Stevens soundtrack. B, Bud Cort is brilliant. Oh, Buckaroo Banzai. Oh, yeah, we tried rewatching that recently.
That was an experience.
Oh, Striga, you own it on Criterion. Oh, good. Oh, God, I want to hug you on your birthday. Virtual hug. Virtual hug. So much. Oh, I love that movie so much. Jay Shields, we tried watching rewatching Buckaroo Banzai a couple of years ago. The nostalgia did not hold up, and we both were kind of scratching our heads going like, why was this entertaining like 20 years ago, 30 years ago? Like, this is so bad.
Now, do you think that Buckaroo Banzai, if it was remade, but reimagined by, let's say, the Marvel crew, Galaxies of Galaxies of the Galaxy,
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Guardians of the Galaxy, like if it had the humor and the quirkiness, if they could tell a story, like I think as it's meant to be told, do you think that would be a hit?
I wonder if they did make Buckaroo, because definitely if you watch Buckaroo Banzai, it is definitely a product of the times, 1 bajillion%. If they remade that today, you'd get some resistance, but I think it would be good. I think it would be really good. Oh, Pex, you're just... I can't agree with any of yours. What are you talking about? The Killers, Sotachi, Lone Wolf and Cub, Samurai Chili, Yojimbo, Sachor. Part of me wants to go, tell me more. Why do you think this? But part of me is going, what the hell is wrong with you, sir? Oh my God. Like, I don't even know if I can have a conversation with you right now. Oh, you could... No, you're just saying they couldn't be remade. Okay. I thought you were saying they're not good and they should be remade today. Okay.
And I purposely stayed away from facing the question about what could not be remade today, because look how many times Hollywood in general fucks up.
Yes.
I think every single film, every single classic, every single film that rocked the film industry back in the day, every single one of those could not be remade today because they fuck it up over and over and over. So if that's Pex's point, yes, 100%. And I'll give you an example, Ben-Hur. I'll give you another example, Spartacus. It's just, they can't do it the same way.
Yes. Pex, you got her intention 100%. I got it 0%. I didn't realize what she was saying.
Well, no, and I purposely did not phrase the question that way. I wasn't talking about what could not be remade. I'm talking about, and I kind of did, I know, but I'm talking about the films that kind of like were absolutely awesome in the day because of what they were doing. If you took that same film, not a remake of it now, if you took that same film, that same premise, the same plot, the same notes, and brought it forward into the 21st century here, it just
would still translate.
Ring true. Like, would Citizen Kane rock the world like it did back then?
Gotcha. And I do see that we've had people that have been talking like Wargame was bringing up stuff that like he thought it was like, he thought it was like movies that were made at the time that were great, but if you tried to do them now, they would be terrible.
Well, and I think that's part of it, right? So
yeah, it's like circling around
you could say, I mean, honestly, Spartacus was a great film at the time, but was Spartacus a like terrain-changing film of the time? I don't think so. I think it was a great film. I don't think it like broke any barriers at the time.
Right. And you know what? Actually, who was it? Wargame Recon brought up that Chasing Amy, Kevin Smith film. Yes, at the time, from like at least from the critic circuit and kind of the indie circuit, it was lauded as being a great film. But if you released it today, especially the subject matter, especially with it was like with the lesbian character who ends up becoming that she's not a lesbian, she's actually bisexual, and she becomes a thing. That'd be one of those things where the film, it's like it would not be. I don't think it would be as accepted now as it would have back when it came out in like in '96 or what have you. I'm going to
throw out a recent one actually, and this is one of my favorite films of all time. Tropic Thunder. That motherfucker's only like 15 years old. And yeah. I don't think that they could remake that today. I think if you released Tropic Thunder today, it would end Robert Downey Jr.'s career.
Yeah,
just the world we live in.
100%. It came out 12 years ago. And yeah, and actually, funnily enough, in a recent interview, I think it might have been with Rogan. No, I don't think it was with Rogan. It might have been with Howard Stern. But it was a recent interview that Downey Jr. had, and he was straight up like, I couldn't do this movie now. I wouldn't have been able to play that character now. I would be demonized fully. He's like, but in a way, yes, I'd be demonized and they would be valid, but at the same time, at literally the same beat, they would miss the point of the character because
and
the
it
point
was
of
Rogan, by the way. Jay is saying it was Rogan,
and it was Rogan. Okay, cool. And he was like, "You're kind of missing the point. If you're getting offended by it, you should be, because that's the point. That is literally the point of the film. Is you need to be pissed off by this character. It's entertaining, yes, but holy criminy." Yes, wargaming. I do agree that Amy would be pansexual. And yeah, you could not do Chasing Amy now, 100%. With the baby becoming. I don't know if it would, Strega, because of what wargaming is talking about. Because one of the weird underlying themes with Chasing Amy is like this character, like this woman. This person who identifies as a woman who prefers to have sex with women and have relationships with women is quote unquote swayed to not be what she has in her preferred sexuality and relationship by a man, by the manliest of men, by Ben Affleck. And is able to break her out of her preferred sexuality.
I think that would not go over well nowadays.
I don't think that would go over well. No, I know for you it might not, but if the point of the film is that it does. And I agree that in reality it doesn't, but in the film it does. Maybe I saw it differently. A David Plass is saying that perhaps I saw a different film that he did. Perhaps I did. You know what? I'm down with that.
Well, some of them are open to how many films are open to interpretation?
Almost every film is open to interpretation. That's one of the things I actually love. And if you guys, if Plass, not Plass. My apologies.
Glass. Yep.
Yeah. Glass and Strega, and if you guys have a different stance on Chasing Amy, I would love to hear it. I would totally love to hear it.
I will say this for Jack. He's genuine when he says, "Let me hear how you interpreted it. Let me hear how you saw this thing." That is a thing that I like about Jack. Pex had an interesting one. Lawrence of Arabia. Like, I love Lawrence of Arabia. That film was a big film. Could you do Lawrence of Arabia nowadays? I'd like to think you could.
Lawrence of Arabia was remade today, I think it could be accepted. I think it could. I don't think it has anything that is. Oh, hang on. Hold on.
Yeah. Read the responses.
So Recon and Glass and Strega, yes. I agree 100% that the character of Amy in that film, 100%. I think it's one of those things where akin to the friends that Amy has at the end of the film, quote unquote, when she's speaking with her lesbian friends at the end of the film, they kind of ostracize her, unfortunately, and I agree on 100%. It's not that I don't think that Amy was lesbian and that she was turned heterosexual, because if that was the plot of the film, I would hate that film by Kevin Smith, and I would actually think, well, Kevin Smith is a dick if he thinks that you could change this person with their sexuality based on my sexuality. Totally don't think that that's what they were trying to say at all. I definitely think that she was a is it pansexual? I apologize for not knowing the word. Pansexual, multisexual, all the sexual, down with anything. I mean, that's I don't know what the terminology is, but it's the one that I it's funny because I believe in it, but I don't actually know the name for it. So, because I believe that anybody's in anybody's intimacy and preference for sexuality is awesome and valid, and yeah. So, regardless of my personal feelings, I also agree that Amy was of that mindset, that she was like, I want my sexuality to be open and awesome and great. And in the film, she was like, I like women, I like men. And at a certain point, she's like, when like the men in her life are like, why do you like women? And then at a certain point, when she switches over to men, the women in her life are like, oh my God, why are you into men? It's such a weird. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Princess Strega. Yeah, pansexual. There you go. Okay, so pansexual. Thank you. Yes. In my personal, okay. All right. So, in my opinion, everyone starts off as pansexual, and then they figure out what their sexuality is over time. Or you know what? And if they stay as pansexual, that's not them knowing. That's not it saying I don't know what I'm into. No, that's you knowing. That's you knowing I'm into whatever, regardless of gender. That's cool. And that's totally cool. I think that's what Kevin Smith was trying to do. I don't think he did it well in the film. I understand what he was trying to do. I personally don't think he did a good job at portraying that. And I wish he would have done better. When I saw the film back in the day in the 90s, no, that's a lie. I saw it in the early 2000s. I saw Chasing Amy in the early 2000s. That was what I got from it. I got from it that this is what he was trying to do, but he wasn't doing it very well. That's where I'm coming from. No, wargaming. I totally get that. Totally get that. Totally get that. By the way, Jason Lee is a great actor. Alyssa, what are we working on this evening? Give us a recap.
We actually are at the 1 hour and 45-minute mark.
Are we?
And I think deserves a little bit of a zoom out. We've got all of our outside ink work done. That's what we're working on right there. And if I'm gonna make our trace brush quite a bit bigger, let's get rid of some of the stuff in the background. We finally actually got our military harbour complete. We've got our little stadium there complete. I don't know what that line is. Oh, that's from Hills. That's from Hills. We can get rid of that. So yeah, we've actually got a huge amount done. That means tomorrow night we are in this area right here, and then that is going to be ink work done, and we're moving on to colouring then next with this one.
Nice.
Oh, we still have a wall to do. We have a wall to do up on the Acropolis there.
And Streka, I was trying to verbally answer your question. Yes, we do. We do. Whiskey stores.
Yeah. That's where you can hear the tinky tinks. We have some whiskey bullets too, but we'll show them another time. So, Wargaming Recon, you did redeem quite a few things tonight. We got through some of them. We didn't do all of them. Don't worry, they all sit in the queue over here. We'll pick them back up on the next one. I think this... yeah, they literally look like bullets. They're metal bullets, but they're super cold. You drop them into your drink. Whiskey bullets. I actually posted a picture of one of my... I was doing a painting... one night, and I had a whiskey glass to one side, and it had one of my whiskey bullets in the glass, and someone was like, why do you have a bullet in your whiskey? I'll dig up that picture and I'll share it with you. It's kind of funny. They're actually a pain in the ass to drink with because they're long and they're thin and they slosh around and move in the glass, so every time you take a drink, literally the whiskey goes sploosh, sploosh. It's like trying to drink a little mini whiskey tsunami. It doesn't work very well. It looks cool, not practical. Anyway, this I think is a great point for us to end the stream tonight. Great discussion. I love sitting here and talking with all of you guys and girls, and I know Jack does as well. Princess, happy birthday. Seriously, all over again, happy birthday to you. We're done with the ink work on Lukatoi. We are back Thursday night. We're going to continue the ink work right here. The northwest part of the city is all we have to do now. Let's see if we can motor tomorrow and get that done as well, because then every Wednesday and Thursday will be us colouring Lukatoi, and that would put us firmly ahead of schedule. I told them they could have it by Q1 of next year. I don't think that's a problem. We're nailing this thing. It's looking good. It'll be a good city when we're all said and done. So we're back tomorrow night. I do again want to thank all of my Twitch subscribers and my Patreon backers. Seriously, a huge amount of love to all of you. And I do want to say, you can find me on Twitch, Alyssa Faden. You can find me on Patreon, Alyssa Faden. You can find me on Instagram. Guess what? Alyssa Faden. I am all over and extremely active on those other channels, even more than I am on Facebook. And someone over there is doing it. Twitch, Patreon, Instagram. Super active on those channels now. Even Twitter. Even Twitter. You asked me to do it. We're now doing it. So please follow me wherever you want to follow me. I am as goofy and as prolific as I am on my normal Facebook page. I will see you all tomorrow. We are going to continue our work on Lukatoi. Until then, everyone have a great rest of your evening. I'm going to go play a little bit of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'm going to see how many more times I can actually die tonight.
Hey.
Hold on a minute. No, there's no yay on that
Oh,
one.
oh no! Boo, boo, boo.
And maybe one day I'll stream it, but let me get better at the fighting first, otherwise it's not fun. Until then, don't forget everyone, on Saturday we have our private Twitch Patreon subscriber. I'm going to call you, it's not Mappets, Maplings, you little Maplings. You little Maplings. Saturday morning, my time. Let's gather together, let's have a drink of mimosa, and let's just sit, talk, and chill. Until then, I love you all. Back tomorrow. Everyone have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out tonight.